Good morning, everyone, or good day, wherever you are. You are welcome to our first class on CHCAGE011, which is provide support to people living with dementia. At the end of this unit actually describes the performance outcome, the skills and knowledge required to provide personal-centered care and support to people living with dementia, and it involves the following. It involves following an established individualized plan. What are we talking about in this situation? Of course, when you are providing personal-centered care, it has to be directed to that particular person that is in the picture, that is living with that particular diseases. So this presentation objective is, at the end of this session, you will be able to prepare to provide support for people living with dementia, use effective communication strategy to support them in achieving their goals, support the person to participate in activities according to their individualized plan, and use a strength-based approach to meet the person's needs. And lastly, when you've done all this, you need to complete appropriate documentation to support whatever you've done. Don't forget, if it's not written, it's not done. So whatever support you've provided for your client, please document them appropriately in line with your organization policies and procedure. What do we understand by dementia? Dementia describes a group of conditions related to an ongoing decline in brain function. So these conditions are usually associated with memory problem. However, they can also affect our speech movement, the thought, as well as behavior. A lot of us, after finishing this particular course, we are likely to be working with people that are having these particular challenges. So when we are working with them, we'll be seeing different approach or different ways by which individual relate or individual react to the ongoing decline in their brain. Usually, dementia typically occur in older age people. For example, people that are over 65 years. However, we can have an early signs of dementia in some cases. And this thing, the dementia can be easily missed because sometimes you might not really know this is what you are going through. And some may think they are just normal things that can come with aging, such as forgetfulness. No, dementia is a little bit more than that. So dementia is a progressive disease, which means it gets worsened over the time. So as we age, we tend to forget more, and it's really affect our individual skills as well as the way we live in day-to-day activities. Eventually, the body forgets how to perform basic functions. So when you finish this particular course, a lot of people, a lot of aged individual will be relying on you to be able to support them in getting by on their day-to-day activities. So understanding and knowing what each knowing the severity or the level at which each dementia is will surely help us to know how best to support them. So these are some symptoms of moderate and advanced dementia. We have the level of severity and the symptoms. For moderate dementia, people will be forgetting details about personal history. If you're working in an aged care and you're working in the dementia wing, some of them, they don't even remember their loved ones. They don't remember where they grew up from and what job they used to do. So these are some of the things that you're going to be seeing. Not recognizing close family member. Some of their family members, even their children, they might not remember their names. Also, they also wander around, and sometimes they get lost, and showing increase in anger, stress, and suspiciousness. These are some of the symptoms that you're going to be witnessing when you are supporting people with moderate dementia. With regards to the advanced dementia, the symptoms include losing awareness of their surroundings. They will just be aloof. They won't even know what they are doing, where they are, or what is happening at that time. So that is an example of advanced dementia. Having walking difficulties, speaking difficulties, swallowing difficulties are some of the advanced dementia symptoms. If you're working in an aged care with advanced dementia symptom, you will be supporting them mostly in this area. For example, you have to support them in helping them with their meals. So when you are helping them with their meals, you need to also think about the way they are swallowing. This is, of course, another specific training. They call it the dysphagia, whereby you feed people and you notice the way they swallow. You notice what type of meal that will support them in achieving that goal. Does it need to be smashed? Does it need to be mixed moist? What is the texture that will work well for that particular individual? And other than that, we are requiring constant care for daily activities. Most of the time, you need to change them on a regular basis. You need to take them to toilet on a regular basis. These are some of the things that they will not be able to do when they get to this level. The common symptom of dementia may include what we already stated earlier, that is following details about personal history, not recognizing close family members, wandering and getting lost, showing increased anger, stress, suspicious of others, losing awareness of surroundings, and having difficulties with walking, speaking, as well as swallowing. Forms of dementia include dementia comes in different forms. We have amnesia diseases. This is the most common form of dementia that causes death to the brain cells. The cause of amnesia diseases can be a combination of age-related changes in the brain, genetics, as well as other head injury or trauma that particular person might have suffered from over the years. So understanding why or understanding their background and knowing whether this is something that has been happening in the family member, or it has been happening in the family, they have the history of this, or if someone has an accident in the past during their in line of duty, this might also affect. Other than amnesia, we have vascular or multi-interact dementia. Vascular dementia is a dementia caused by issues with blood circulation, while multi-interact dementia is a form of vascular dementia caused by a series of strokes that causes brain damage. So if we are working in aged care, as I said earlier, we are likely to be working with people with stroke. So if these people with stroke, they will be showing some symptom of dizziness, some symptom of challenges with walking. This is because the blood in their brain is not flowing appropriately, and it has really damaged the way and manner in which information is actually passed within the system. So if you identify this, or if you're working with someone like this, they are likely to be suffering from vascular or multi-factor dementia. Other than that, we have the Lewy bodies. The Lewy bodies is caused by a deposit of Lewy body in the brain, which leads to issues with thinking, mood, and movement. It may also be caused by having a family history or developing Parkinson's diseases. Parkinson's diseases, like stroke, is diseases that really affect the way the brain functions. And when someone is going through or having Parkinson's diseases, they have problem with thinking. They can be very aggressive. If they hold on to you, sometime it will be because when they hold on to something, they might not really remember that they need to let go of that particular thing, and there's likelihood of causing harm to their workers if they happens to be holding them at that situation. So you need to understand what are the diseases that your client is actually going through, and how best you need to support them by, of course, reading their care plan or their individualized plan accordingly. Other than the Lewy, we have the Korsakoff syndrome. Korsakoff syndrome is a memory disorder caused by alcohol abuse. So most people that are really affected by this, people with alcoholism, and people with such history of abusing alcohol. So if we happens to be in that situation, we should be able to know how best we can support them. So research on caring for people with dementia aims to improve their quality of life. It also aims to support their carers and aged care workers. The carers we are referring to are their family members, while you and I that we are working and being paid for the services we are providing the aged care worker. So giving alternative therapies, for example, using positive communication techniques, helping with awareness of the present situation of this particular people or this particular individual, providing sensory experience to engage the person's brain. These are some of the things that we can do in supporting them. Other than this, we need to also keep the person active. Exercise the main physical fitness and improve the mood. Practicing skills to prevent quick decline. These are some of the support we are going to be providing to people with dementia in order to, of course, improve their quality of life. Managing the person's behavior, finding safe and effective medication that can support them. Don't forget, there's a lot of issues with supporting clients with medication. We need to think about the restrictive practice associated with this before we give them any form of medication while they are experiencing dementia. Using recreation and relaxation therapy will be the best that we can always advocate in most cases. For example of using relaxation therapy might be listening to music, taking them for a very good scenery, or even going very close to the beach, things like that can really calm them down. Supporting the carers. We know people that are supporting people with dementia is a very big challenge, and it's a very big thing for them. So we need to also look after them by providing relevant awareness education for these carers. When we give them the necessary education and information, they will be in a safe place to actually support their loved ones. Also providing emotional and financial support for carers. For example, we that were working in that industry, there will be a lot of time that we are going to be witnessing something that is quite overwhelming. So if we happens to be in this situation, most organizations, they have what they call EAP, that is Employee Assistance Program, whereby you can give a call to them and tell them what you're going through. That they will provide the necessary emotional support for you in that area. So supporting people with dementia comes with a lot of responsibility. As an aged care worker, you should know how to properly support people with dementia, which include knowing their needs and their preference. It is important to know the legal and ethical consideration of your job role as well, and this is to ensure that you do what you're expected to do. You know your limit by law, and you know what is the standard that is expected, as well as the policies and procedure that is put in place in your organization. Knowing the law, understanding the code of conduct is very important. Human rights, we don't say because someone is going through dementia, or they are forgetful, or they don't know what they are doing at that time, we should deny them of their human rights. We should always know that this is an individual, and we should respect them accordingly. Code of conduct. These are a list of rules that workers must follow when they are doing their job. There are code of conduct for people in different industries, but non-specific for aged care worker. But there has been a proposal to make this one as well. So there are also a proposal to include the aged care worker in the National Code of Conduct for Healthcare Workers. This is where we are going to be calling it a day today, and I will see you in our next video. Thanks for joining. Bye for now.